That's what happens when
Well,
you're
it
the
is,
clerk.
but there's truth.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'll call the April 9th regular meeting of Mason County Fiscal Court to order. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Pastor, Pastor Lease, will you come up and join us and provide an invocation, please?
Shall we pray? Almighty Father, we come before you and we first offer up our thanksgiving for your hand of protection, grace and mercy that was extended to us throughout the storms. We do pray for those who are recovering and pray for those who have ministered to those in their times of need. We also thank you for this season as it brings new life and new potential. We thank you for your grace. It's in Christ's name that we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well done. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Pastor Lee.
Good morning, everyone. Madam Clerk, can you start us off with a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, in your packet, you will find the meeting minutes from our March 12th regular meeting in Mason County Fiscal Court. After reviewing, we'll accept any additions, deletions.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will find the meeting minutes from our March 28th special call meeting. Upon review, take any additions, deletions, or discussions.
Make a motion that we accept that presented, please.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Also in your packet, we've got the road department report, and I believe we've got Director Joe Brown joining us today. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Joe.
Morning, Joe.
Morning, Joseph.
Okay, for March, we had repair drainage ditches on K Hall, Cabin Creek, Key Pike, Valley Pike, and Brandywine. Hauled channel liners to Thomas Lane, repair ditch on there. Hauled rock to Cummins Reserve and graded. Repaired a slip on Polecat Pike. Placed delineated safety posts on different areas in the county. Getting our tractors and mowers ready for mowing season. Removed some plows and softeners off the dump trucks. Picked up a new truck in Louisville. And on your livestock, we had 17 customers on that.
Is that your new truck on your picture?
Yeah, that's it.
Looks
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a nice truck.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Got a motion.
Awesome.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Also, Commissioners, in your packet, the Buffalo Trace Road Commission met April 4th up at Buffalo Trace Ad. After a month and a half long bidding process, that is the regional bids taken in for road services, gravel, culvert pipe, things like that. And so we'll utilize that as a baseline for the year going forward outside of any individual jobs that we may bid. And so I'm looking for a motion to accept the Buffalo Trace Ad Road Commission bids as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
And
John?
just to make clear, you accept all those bids, not just the low bids, so that if there's supply issues, you can go anywhere in that bids and accept for contract.
Also, with that approval, Joe, Director Brown will commence with getting our rock salt contract underway for the 24-25 winter season. Make sure that's put to bed. There's always these horror stories every year that we talk about up the ad of some county 22 years ago forgetting to order rock salt, get a contract for rock salt, and how expensive it got when they finally.
Yeah, we're going into season, we're full right now.
That's my question.
Yeah, we're full right now.
Good, good. Been pretty fortunate the last 2 winters, really.
Yeah, last year we used 300 tons. And this year we used 600 tons.
And finally, Commissioners, in your packet, you'll see the check from Lloyd Schiltz and Ethan Wins Jr. with the Mason County Conservation District in support of our livestock removal program. We greatly appreciate their contributions to ensuring that Mason County stays clean and green. So I wanted to highlight that, guys. Other than that, that's all we got.
Thank you all.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Joe.
Take care. Commissioners, next up in your packet, we've got our animal shelter report, and we've got Director Marilyn Fowle joining us today.
Morning.
Good morning.
Mary.
Morning.
Morning.
Between March 1st and March 31st, 26 dogs left the shelter, 7 adopted, 2 reclaimed, 14 were transferred to rescue, and 3 were euthanized or died. 30 dogs came in, 14 of those stray, 12 surrendered by owners, 2 came in for cruelty or neglect, 1 nuisance or vicious, and 1 other. Animal control received 144 dog calls, 11 cat calls, made 37 field responses, and brought in 13 dogs. As of March 31st, there were 23 dogs on site, 9 in foster homes, totaling 32. We received a total of $629.83 in donations, 79.75 hours of volunteer work, and completed 7 spay or neuter surgeries.
Well done, my friend. I'll also highlight, Mason County Dog Squad came down yesterday, and our friend Margie Henderson for the Easter egg hunt.
Yes, a week late, but the dogs didn't mind.
Also, you guys did an outstanding job at the Art Chocolate Festival. The volunteer team.
Yes.
I think we got 3-4 adoptions just from that day. And it always
It was a
seems,
great day.
yeah, always seems to lift up the crowd when we've got animal shelter there too. Commissioners, I'm looking for a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Marilyn.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Commissioners, also in your packet, you'll see the Sheriff's Office report. And we have our good friend, Sheriff Patrick Boggs, joining us today. Good morning.
Morning.
Sheriff.
Morning, morning.
23 tax year, monthly disbursements for March of 24. State Treasurer, $27,067.89. General Fund, $56,148.11. School District, $143,558.42. Library, $16,547.24. Health Department, $18,796.73. Extension Service, $10,027.65. City of Maysville, $24,635.88. and the city of Dover, $397.67. Total dispersed for March, $297,179.59. We are, I don't know the percentage, I didn't pull it, but we are definitely above last year. And 6 more days, they become Stephanie's bills, so, and John's, I should say. So it's gonna be about the same we turn over. We printed them yesterday, it's like 450 some odd bills. Sounds like a lot, it's not. It
A lot of them
really
are
isn't.
junk.
Pardon? Yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of them are just junk.
Yeah, a lot of them are $1, $2, $50 bills.
Probably less than 1% of the total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 90, just guessing, probably 96, 97% collect. Yeah.
Well done, well done.
Good job.
Well done.
And we're still working on those. Still, next week.
Commissioners, I'm looking for a motion to approve. So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I submit the vehicle reports for February, March. If you recall, we had a server issue last month, so we couldn't get the information for February. So you have both months there. It's good to see all green. Green's a good color. The one, Lieutenant Limble says the 2019 Charger should be ready this week. It's the one that was involved in a collision. Mr. Haggard's fixing it.
What was it here, right? I think so.
Coyote,
yeah.
yeah, it was a creature. Yeah.
Uninsured coyote. Wiley coyote.
That's right. And then last, I have one item to be surplus. Attached the statute, and in years past, when officers retire, according to statute KRS 65041, which was effective in 2015, that officer is allowed by that statute to purchase his service weapon back, and I'd like to surplus mine so I can purchase it back effective May 1st. So that serial number, it's a Glock 17 Generation 5 9mm pistol with a Trijicon RMR optic, serial number BMSN023, and you'll see per that statute required to get a fair market value quote, and there's one attached from a gun shop in Lexington.
What's the amount of that?
I'm sorry,
What's the amount of that?
$25, yeah.
I mean, it's, during my career, they used to get presented and given as a gift to the outgoing deputies or sheriffs. It's a shame you can't do that, but you can. But I think you need a motion to approve the surplus of that and the sale to Sheriff Boggs at that amount.
Totally appreciate
So
it.
moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
And the only thing I will advise from moving forward from here, I'll work on the transition to whoever the next appointee is going to be till November, getting bank accounts set up. The only thing I would remind the court is the new sheriff is going to start with $0. I have to make a check for every dollar I have in my accounts over to the fiscal court. So I would request that y'all give that back to whoever the new sheriff is, or she'll be in trouble.
Turn right around and zip it back to him.
Yeah.
You're going to ask at the end for a special meeting, is there going to be a sheriff's report at the, or is this your report? Is this your final report, or will you give one at the next meeting?
I don't think I'll have one.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could do, because we can do the tax disbursements up until April 15th. Yeah,
But regardless,
Yeah.
regardless, last regular meeting, I'm asking for leave to disrupt the meeting and stand up and get Sheriff Boggs.
Again, it's been an honor.
He'll haze you
Honor and my
later on.
pleasure. to serve Mason County. So, thank you.
Sheriff, you've served citizens of Mason County for, in some capacity, for well over 2 decades. Interestingly enough, not only as deputy, but also as jailer, also as sheriff. You know, you've served the highest ranking law enforcement official in Mason County with integrity and professionalism moving forward. On a personal level, I'll say I have greatly appreciated our friendship, and you have always been there for me, and I am very excited for what the future holds for you, my friend.
My family is too. Thank you.
I hope your family and friends and the citizens of Mason County will join this court for a reception in your honor that's going to be held Thursday, April 25th. That's April 25th at 4 p.m. at the Mason County Justice Center. And so we'll do it over there at the courthouse.
Thank you.
Very much looking forward to it, my friend. Hats off to you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, we've got our emergency management report. We've got Director Tony Lees here joining us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, everyone. Just start off looking at the report from the month of March. Several training opportunities there. We had EOC organizational and staffing training, G318 training, which is hazard mitigation planning. The rest of those listed there are part of the floodplain coordinator. I also serve as the county floodplain coordinator, so trying to keep those things up as well. Flood insurance rate map, looking at the flood insurance study, letter of map amendments, and understanding elevation certificates, all involving that floodplain responsibility. As far as planning, this is the time of year that we're working on our EHS plans, our extremely hazardous substance plans, making sure all of our facilities and all of those have those plans up to date. Exercises, we was able to conduct our monthly tornado siren and rave testing. Seems to be going well. We also was a part of the Eastern Kentucky Healthcare Preparedness and Coalition tabletop, which involved a radiation spill in conjunction with a school, and so that was a good tabletop. Incidents for the month of March, we had a boat in distress that came in. The call came in to Claremont County. We assisted with that call there. On the 6th, we had a call to assist with a stranded canine out in the Orangeburg area. We also had a call for a fire investigation at an apartment fire. We monitored the storms there on the 14th and 15th. Thankfully, those didn't turn out to be anything major. On the 28th, we was also a part of a person of interest that was throughout Mason County. We assisted the deputies and the agencies with that as well. Other things that on the bottom, I was able to be a part of the LEPC meeting, the Kirk meeting, which is the state emergency response committee, and then also had the pleasure of being able to be a part of the career day at the Gateway Head Start there on Tucker Drive. I think it's over there by the nursing home. But so, a great day there. Yes, that's it. So, so that is my report for the month of March, and then after that, I'll follow up with some of the reports from the most recent incidents. So I'll pause there.
Well, before you go into your report from the most recent storm, I just want to highlight your service for that. You always do a fantastic job there at the EOC, but I also felt it was important to highlight Dr. Taylor, who joined us there in the EOC, as well as Glennie Riggs, who joined us in the EOC, taking incident reports. When you have storms that we had April 2nd come in, you have a lot of information coming in, and it's always very helpful kind of keep a log of what you're hearing. But you guys did an outstanding job. And if you don't mind, give a kind of an overview of how we're faring after the second storm, please.
Yes. So, and along with Dr. Taylor and Glennie Riggs, also Judge McNeil was there as well, and also Chief Mike Palmer was there, and also EOC as well. And I want to thank each of them for their support and their participation there to help monitor calls and to also make calls. But just as a result of this latest storm, the National Weather Service did declare that we had a F1 tornado. If I remember right, and I'm trying to keep all my numbers straight, I believe it was a 6-mile track that went through our county. I believe it lifted and then came back down over in Adams County. But as a result of that tornado, we had a total of 17 homes total so far. We're still in the process of doing damage assessments. A total of 17 homes that we have been able to assess. Out of those 17, 6 were affected, 7 were minor, 2 were major, and 2 were destroyed. We also are currently looking at some road damages that also were incurred as a result of the flooding that took place. We almost got 3 inches of water within a 24-hour period there, and so we're also looking into that there. One of the things I would like to share is, again, it's not anything I was able to do on my own. It's the partnership, the teamwork that we had from the Sheriff's Office, the volunteer fire departments, other volunteer organizations, the Red Cross, Kentucky Baptist Disaster Relief Team. They were all there within a matter of hours, covering routes, taking reports on how they could offer assistance. One individual I'd like to thank is Allison. She helped us get our Google form up and going, so the community was able to submit their damage reports online, which is, they can just pull up the page, put in the information, and we go out and we're able to kind of assess the home. And so we have submitted the preliminary damage assessments to the state. They're now beginning to calculate all the damages and all those, and then I don't know all the process, but then from there they'll kind of let us know as far as the declaration how that works. So we're kind of just in the waiting period right now to see what they decide with that. But I think that's kind of an overview of where we are with the latest storm.
Well, and stemming from the early assessments from the evening of April 2nd and the morning of April 3rd, as I let you guys know, Mason County did a countywide disaster declaration on the morning of the 4th. The disaster declaration is the first step in possibly getting federal and state assistance back for an incident. Our regional emergency management director, Jason York, advised us that our threshold for damage was $53,000. And so in addition, that declaration releases additional state assets that come in and help Tony with the damage assessments. And so that's where we stand on that. A lot of our local utilities suffered significant damage in the form of RECC Fleming Mason, some KU, and Windstream, some telecommunications infrastructure. And so that could potentially assist them as well.
I did fail to mention
No, that's all right.
utility companies, yes. One thing that we that didn't mention is that we experienced the transmission lines that come from East Kentucky that went across that area that actually came down, which also kind of added to that situation. So they were also there getting those lines back up as soon as they could. Great response.
Well done, well done. Commissioners, any questions, comments?
I think, Tony, you guys are doing a great job.
I agree.
Fantastic.
Bad storm, no doubt.
Yes.
I saw it I went out there and checked it. I mean, the utility poles was down everywhere. It's one of the things that caught my eye. So we appreciate all your work.
Thank you for the opportunity to be able to serve.
Well, we sent our road crew out the second day, or maybe that Friday, just we had an awful lot of, and I get it, public interest and things like that, but it was difficult with 44 some odd utility trucks from electric to communications, stuff like that. It was difficult, traffic-wise, and so thanks to Sheriff's Department, the road department, and others, kind of got it cleared out so we get a little room to work. So they are well on their way to getting it back together. And the Red Cross has significantly stepped up with several of our citizens that have suffered losses. So, well done.
We need to approve the report.
Yes, sir, please.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Tony.
Everybody else involved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, we've got our landfill report, and we have Director Travis Tilley joining us today. Good morning, Travis. Morning.
Morning.
During the month of March, landfill took in approximately 7,760 tons of waste valued at $172,038. Cart fees were $10,296. Roll-off had $27,075 in billable accounts, and we pumped 2,150,015 gallons of leachate into the city treatment plant. The Canteen landfill, it's just rolling day-to-day operation. Phase 6, construction, as long as the weather permits, is still progressing. We've got the drawings and all that stuff out there if you all want to stop and look at them. Residual, they're still hauling gypsum out whenever weather permits and they get an order for it. We did sell the 2023 lease roll-off in Alabama. Brought $240,000. We gave $186,000 for it. So that's pretty good profit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Compactor is ordered. They gave me an ETA last week. We're looking at the end of October, 1st of November for the delivery on it.
We had a DLG hearing on the compactor in
May 7th.
Yep.
That's all I have right now.
It's running well out there, Travis. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I went out, spent the afternoon at the landfill last week, Friday, and was very pleased. Look for a motion to approve, guys.
So,
Go ahead.
so moved.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion?
Roll-off, that's a good budget gesture for Minerva area.
Uh,
Possibility that maybe we could work something out if we had a couple extras, put out there for a few days. Is that a possibility?
On my end, it is.
I have had discussions with one of the property owners who lost their full house and 2 barns. And so Director Lease and I are working with him on how best to dispose of that. He's getting a bulldozer out there this morning, and we'll touch back base with him later today. Also, we are working with the folks who own the Minerva Gym and have reached out to them. We're hoping to make contact to better understand what their plans are. Should that contact not be made, our road department and crews may go out there and at least stabilize everything. So I'll let you guys know. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
If anybody asks about timing of that, though, there's some legal things that have to be done before we get to it, so it may take a bit of time if we have to take action.
That's good. Thank you.
So we'll get a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Travis.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Judge.
Travis.
Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see the recycling center report with Randy Ham. For Mason County, we picked up 67,880 pounds. We had 2 loads last month go to International Paper for a total of 85,240 pounds, equaling the total shipped in March. The total collected in February was $2,581.52. Total customers at the recycling center is up a little bit from March at 92. And again, the total waste hauled to the Mason County landfill from recycling is 0 pounds. I'll entertain a motion to approve the recycling report.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, we have, that brings us to our solid waste reports. Chris Carpenter is out on the road. For February, our total tonnage was 337.69 tons. March's total tonnage was 353.68 tons. We had 369 waste wheelers active and the full amount of our dumpsters active at 102. Looking for a motion to approve solid waste report.
So moved.
Got a motion? And a second. Roll call on that, Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So that brings us up to our property abatement and dumping reports. Director Taylor has stayed pretty busy since rejoining us. You will find the target properties list in your packet. The road department and others have assisted him with individual dump sites. And we're seeing some positive movement on a lot of his addresses. We previously discussed the Minerva Gym. So other than that, Director Taylor is always available for any discussions. I'll entertain a motion to approve. Yes, please.
Need to make a motion to approve as presented.
We have a motion
I'll second.
and we have a second. Any additional discussion, guys? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. And Commissioners, you will find in your packet the garbage collection report and litter abatement. For March, we had 2,818 total charges, amounts payable equaling $37,598.89. We received in 1,506 payments for total receipts equaling $41,956.79. With some poor weather, we didn't have any teams go out for the litter abatement program. However, Sherry, myself, and others are pushing that out, and I fully expect that will start picking up with the, more positive weather we're starting to see. So, look for a motion to approve our garbage report.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So Commissioners, that brings us up to our detention center report. We've got Jailer Lisa Yeri here joining us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Ms.
How's
Lisa.
everybody? Good morning. For the month of March, the Mason County Detention Center had a highest daily count of 186. Our lowest was 163, with a monthly average of 178. Of that, the males were 139 and females 39. Mason County had 108 inmates, Brighton County 10, Fleming County 60, Lewis County 30, all other counties 12. The Class D had 81, controlled intake 32, and SAP had 23. Total admitted and released in Mason County Detention Center was 290. Of that, males were 200 and females were 90. Community service hours worked by the inmates was 7,440 hours. That saved the county, if you're multiplying by 10, which is really low, dollars an hour, it saved the county $74,400. Jail reimbursements collected was $2,048.79. Bond fees was $77.65. Release fees was $181.96. Booking fees was $1,028.87. Pay my jailer was $1,744. House Bill 556, we received $13,506. The House Bill 556 with the SAP certificates earned, we got $2,000 for last month. The Class D inmates continue to assist with the county garbage pickup, recycle, Mason County Road Department, and the animal shelter on a regular basis. The other agencies outside that we helped during the month was, sorry, there's a little typo there, I said it's got it wrong month. Mason County Food Bank, Mason County Licking Valley Commodities, Mason County, or Maysville Museum, Mason County Roadside Litter Cleanup, the Germantown Ballpark Spring Cleanup, and the Mason County Schools. We helped the track team move their equipment. The State Highway Inmate Road Crew logged a total of 96.5 hours each of the inmates that went out, and they covered 959 miles for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet on state roads in Fleming, Lewis, and Mason counties. We were able to get a road crew out for the county 2 days last month, and they cleared 95 miles. As far as training, we had in-house, we had a total of 90 hours for staff. Of the 90, on March 13th, Sergeants James Wimble and Tara Lennox traveled to Frankfurt to participate in the VR training sponsored by CAECO. This training was open to all law enforcement and corrections agencies in Kentucky. Once they successfully completed the training, Sergeants Wimble and Lennox can now operate the VR equipment and provide this type of training to any law enforcement agency and jail in our area. We have already signed up for with CAECO to provide this training, and it's going to be available at our facility in June. GED testing, we had 7 inmates that took their GED. As far as Tide Tunnel, the plastic Tide Tunnel was replaced in March in keeping with the promise of maintaining the visual aesthetics of the project. Vegetable seeds have been sown, and the soil inside the tunnel is ready for the season. Ankle monitoring program, during the month of March, we collected $575. I had a total of 3 people who have participated in the program. Everything else pretty much the same.
Refresh my memory around VR.
Virtual reality. You wear a headset and you're in, and they have scenarios.
I got you.
How is the Lewis County deal going?
Good.
Is that working good?
Good.
And Judge Park seems to have been pleased.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yep. Look for a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Second. Go ahead.
Okay,
No,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
John.
Not on this page.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion?
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I just have one little side item that wasn't on, but because I just got the quotes back yesterday, we've been looking for 2 more vehicles to buy through our commissary, and it was a Durango and a handicap conversion van. And so I was able to get those quotes, and we're going to purchase that through commissary. It's no money out for the fiscal court. Only thing that we will need is license and insurance to the county. But just want to make you aware of it.
How much, what were the quotes for the Durango, for the vehicles?
For the vehicles total,
Not what, each one.
each one, the Durango was 41.
Approximately, that's.
Yeah, 41. And the conversion van is 77.
And they're new?
Yes, the Durango's new. Now, the van is a 2023. I'm assuming maybe it's one.
I mean, you're gonna have to follow either price contract or bid them, even if it's compensated funds.
It came from the master agreement. and
Okay,
it's all that.
so they have used them on the,
Uh-huh.
on new ones, but they have, how does a used one come off the?
I don't know if this is used. I didn't ask. It
Okay.
was just, it could be one that's just still there. I don't
Just
know.
make sure you have the master agreement numbers on both vehicles. Okay. Thank you.
I'm sure it's probably in here. Just making you aware of it.
Sorry.
Well
That's
done.
okay.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, we've got our treasurer's report. We've got Treasurer Kim Muse here joining us today. Good morning, Treasurer Muse.
Good morning. I'd like to have the court's authorization to pay claims as presented, including the additional claims totaling $57,921.40.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank,
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to have the court's approval of the quarterly financial statement as of March 31st, 2024. The general fund now has a total of $2.7 million in their investments and CDs. We had ARPA money, which is now not considered ARPA money because it's in the general fund. We were allowed to do that based on the amount we received. And we took $2.5 million of that to invest it in a 7-month CD and a 12-month CD. With excellent rates. And then the landfill has a total of $1,854,944.89 for total investments of $4,554,944.89.
I make a motion to approve as presented.
We have a motion.
Second.
Second. We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank,
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like the court's approval of the quarterly financial statement as of March 31st, 2024.
So moved.
Motion.
I'll second that.
We have a second. Any additional discussion, guys? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank,
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd like to have the court's approval to make budget transfers totaling $183,312.
So moved.
We have a motion.
I second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank,
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all I have.
Thank you, my friend. So, Commissioners, also in your packet, we've got our EMS report from Fire Chief Kevin Doyle. Total runs for March were 311 across Mason County. Of those 311, 51 were county runs, 260 were city runs. Also, point of note, Lewis County has set up their arrangement with Portsmouth Ambulance. Mason County is assisting along with Boyd County. Judge Sparks is working to have his team up and running within the month. He has a EMS director hired, and I believe they are talking to applicants. And so, we're trying to assist our contiguous counties and our county partners as much as possible. Also, in your packet, you'll see the permit report from Jim Fawcett with all residential. Brings us to new business. First, under new business, we've got the Western Mason Water District. They are doing some expansion out there and have asked for some assistance for permits on Moyer Road, Valley Pike, Fernleaf Drive, Highland Drive, and Walton Pike. This project is abandoning old lines, replacing some mains, replacing service lines, upgrading some of their current lines, as well as customer meters, and I believe the tank rehab as well. And again, that's Moyer Road, Valley Pike, Meadow Lane Drive, Fernleaf, Highland Drive, and Walton Pike.
We did permit 24-1 last meeting or recently for Buffalo Trail. This is very similar. Sherry has gotten up to date on the ordinance with regard to permits and worked hard on these. We may not see another one for a couple of years. That's the way it runs. But it's fairly typical with the water improvement. It's obviously a good thing because your water infrastructure is being improved, but where they can't get easements because of absentees, where it's impractical to run on private property to use right of way. This one does not require any disturbance of asphalt or expected disturbance of asphalt. I think Joe's already inventoried the roads going to be affected, so it's appropriate for, they're responsible if they do have any traffic control needs to do that in accordance with state law and recommendations. If any law enforcement assistance is required, this requires them to pay the actual staffing cost of the sheriff's office if they did have to become involved because of some sort of traffic problem, which we wouldn't anticipate. But it's appropriate for you at this point to issue 24-2 to Western Mason. The one thing you might note as well is they requested in their application for Meadowland, is it Meadowland Road or Meadowland Drive, which we're denying because it's not our road. It's private. It's a private road. So that's 24-2 for adoption.
And I'm sorry, did you say they might need it, or did you just put it in?
I put it in there if they ever had, that they're responsible for traffic control, but if it required assistance of sheriff, they pay actual cost of providing any traffic control.
Does that allow us to contract with all duty as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think, those particular roads, I don't think they'll need
I
it.
don't think so either, but I don't know.
But more for liability purposes, we want to make sure that we put traffic control on them.
Thank you.
Make a motion as presented, please. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Also under new business, Commissioners, we accepted the 2025 budget and annual work plan for the Mason County Conservation District. That plan, a copy of that plan is in your mailboxes and also in your packet. Well done, Sherry. Beat me to the punch.
Good job, Sherry.
Also, as a heads up, in talking with David Horde, the walking trail at the college at MCTC is the responsibility of Mason County. From a grant we did, I think, end of Buddy's term, maybe the beginning of Judge Pepper's term. That walking trail is in need of sealing, and so I'm going to be working with David to at least get ballpark estimates on what the sealing work may involve. And I will report back to the court.
And Judge, just a way of history, my recollection is that they were not eligible, the city of Maysville was not eligible for grant funding.
Yeah.
It was a city-driven project. I think Ray Young was city manager at that. And we applied for the grant to assist the city, and then thereafter, it was said it was the city or county responsibility, but it was originally a city project that we assisted with funding. So you might look at talking to the city about partnering that or doing something other than us
Sure.
just taking it on.
Okay.
Good idea. Thank you.
Is that, Commissioner McKay, that's your record?
I think I recollect that, yeah, because of the situation, we had to apply for the grant. I believe so.
Okay.
I think like some of the other grants that we looked
Yeah.
at in working with partnership with the city.
Well, they'll reach out to the college too, as well.
Yes.
See what we get done there. And shall we report back?
Sounds good.
Okay. Also, RSVP Center off the Simon Kenton Bridge. Met with their director, Ron Walsh, a couple of times. Going to go back up there today on some renovations there. Not renovations, but upkeep, maybe some paint and some landscaping there in the front. It is just as you come in to Maysville and Mason County off Simon Kenton, and so we'll try to keep it up. Okay. Which takes us to old business, and we have some change orders from our senior housing. Ms. Ziegler's joining us today from Buffalo Trace Area Development District.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. We have 3 change orders to discuss this morning. The first one is for a change in prevailing wage. So if you'll recall, at the beginning of this project, we passed change orders. One was a no cost and one was for a little over $1,000. So in between then and now, we've realized that this is contract 2, so the sidewalks, we should have used the award date rather than the bid date because the bids were extended longer than 60 days. If you recall, we also had to reapply for more funds when we turned in the old grant. So that's when we extended the bids, and then we found out after the fact that we should have used a different date for the lock-in date for prevailing wage. So I did the math, and there were only a few rates that actually changed between the two that they are actually using on that contract. So the total there's been 3 employees that need to be given restitution, and that $123 is the total of all 3 of their the differences between what they were paid and should have been paid.
I don't want to steal your thunder, but let's focus on, can we focus, Judge, on the larger?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I think the other ones are not.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever you do.
Focus on the larger one and make it approve the 3 together, that's okay, Judge?
Yeah, that works.
The second, you want to go to the wall replacement then first, or?
Please.
Okay. So the wall replacement is for the caretaker's unit. The number escapes me, is 1675 maybe.
I think so.
And it's the back wall where that back side door is. The contractor said that wall is completely rotten, I guess. It's had a water leak or something. He's not keen to even replace the door. He said, if I replace the door, I think the wall's going to fall down, is his opinion of that. And so that was his price for wall replacement of that entire wall. And then replace that door too, but was already included.
And we identified this issue early on in the project. It's not something that's just popped up. Ultimately, probably it needs to be done, to ensure the other upgrades that the grant is paying for, are sustained. So,
You can approve 2, 3, and 4 together, I believe.
yeah.
Do them all together. I make the motion that we approve all change orders.
Second.
Do you want to talk about the other one? I mean, I can talk about it. Whatever.
I think it's self-explanatory, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a motion, and we have a second. Commissioners, do you all have any additional questions or discussions, additions or deletions?
Thanks.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So that brings us up to board appointments. Mason County Board of Adjustments, Eddie has stepped away from the County Board of Adjustments, and I'm appointing Jeremy Fryman, 5156 US Highway 62, to the Mason County Board of Adjustments, and we'll get him with George Larger for some training in early May. Also, reappointing to tourism, Mr. Rick Lawrence, I believe is here today, or was here today, reappointed for his current term. I missed his appointment last month, and so we're doing some cleanup work. And then lastly, with Sheriff Boggs' retirement, I have been in discussions with Sheriff Boggs, law enforcement, both locally and across Kentucky, actually, as well as citizens across our region. I think one would be hard-pressed to find a more qualified appointee than the appointee we're going to present today for sheriff. Well, he will have big shoes to fill. He comes well prepared. He has served within this agency, both as deputy and chief deputy, as well as outside of this agency with the Federal Marshal's Service, and has gained invaluable experience while doing so. Look forward to him bringing back that experience and sharing it with the citizens of Mason County. And so today, it's my honor to announce Chief Deputy Ryan Swolsky will be my appointment as Mason County Sheriff to commence May 1st at 12:01 a.m. And we have taken the liberty of scheduling a swear-in ceremony for Chief Deputy Tuesday, April 30th at 4 p.m. in our old courthouse. Right? Get that picture.
Oh,
Stay up there, Patrick, for a second.
yeah. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Neal.
Yes, sir.
I'm extremely honored. I look forward to working with you all in your future. And I've been very privileged to learn so much from Sheriff Boggs over the years. And I could go on, but for now, I'll just close with my sincere appreciation and gratitude to you, Sheriff Boggs, to you, Judge Neal, and to you, Court. So thank you very much.
Just as a technical, I don't mean to, because you deserve it for it. I'll be back here interrupting everybody next month. So. The appointment is not signed by the judge. He intends to do that as part of the ceremony. You are just to the legal status here. The judge has announced his intent to appoint. The appointment will be at that special meeting.
Please, very much so. Yes, sir.
First, I applaud your decision. Thank you very much. There's not too many better candidates than Chief Deputy Swolsky. And, I ran for sheriff as a young man, and I think that's one thing that we have established at the sheriff's office. It takes a younger vigor and energy to keep up with the times and keep up with the crime, so to speak, and fighting. And Ryan has that. He's got all that. And it takes humility, it takes compassion, and most of all, it takes a superb standard of integrity. And right there is it. And I look forward to living in a retirement life with this man as sheriff, and his leadership skills will take us as a county further than I ever dreamed. So, thank you.
April 30th, be a special meeting, 4 o'clock.
Chief Deputy Swolsky, I've got a jury trial that day. People from my office will be here to make sure you're legally sworn in, but I won't be here, and I'm sorry I missed that. I'm sure we'll talk lots there after that.
Well done. So Commissioners, that brings us to communications from the Judge and Commissioners. We're elated to welcome in Tyler McHugh to Mesa County Industrial Development Authority. Tyler will be joining on the 15th, full-time, after a 10-year career with Procter & Gamble. Also, yesterday went up to the Ion Center and did a proclamation for the Ion Center's Sexual Assault Awareness Proclamation and Awareness Month. Sorry, that's a month. They're doing fine work there at the Ion Center here in Mesa County and also in Northern Kentucky. I would urge everyone in attendance to go take a sneak peek at the KSB Miniatures Collection, the revamped Miniatures Collection. We did a ribbon cutting for their editions 2 weeks ago. The Primary Plus build is going well downtown. Dr. Denham presented at Rotary about their new matches and new students. We're very much excited. We're going to be hosting a welcome reception along with the city and chamber for those students. April 23rd, we're going to join the Fleming Mason Chambers there at the Mesa County Airport, kind of celebrate their editions out there. That is April 23rd, starting at 11 a.m. And that's all that I have. Commissioners, any communications? I want to again thank my good friend Sheriff Ball for joining us today. Wish you well, my man. Wish you well. Our next meeting will be May 14th. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes. The Humane Society of Buffalo Trace will be hosting their spaghetti dinner this Friday, right? This Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. down at Rotary.
5 to 7. 5 to 7. I might have said 6.
Okay.
It's 5 to 7.
5 to 7 there at Rotary Park. I hope everyone can attend. Our next regularly scheduled meeting will be May 14th, 2024, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, second. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.